Hello and welcome to the workshop with me, Rob Brennan. Today I'm looking at the changes I've made to my Tamiya CW01 lunchbox, or as it is now known, the Luncherrari. So let's begin with upgrading the pinion gear. So I'm going to go from this, the 10-tooth one, to this 19-tooth. Now, I know what some of you are going to say, same as me, is it's an 18-tooth that fits if you take out this motor mount, but I ain't got one, and they're quite dear, especially as you'd need a steel one really with this. I think it's, oh dear, I didn't realise that, it's a 13.5 turn censored brushless motor. So yeah, anyway, so I've managed to shoehorn that in by, if you might be able to see, not sure, I've elongated this bottom mount hole just a tad because it kind of fitted without them, but I just thought it might be a bit too tight on the teeth and it might wear the spur gear down. So what I'll do is pop it all together with me clear plastic Dubry Firkin and see if I can show you how it fits now. Right, so you can just about see the meshing there. And then, it's difficult to hold it still at this zoomed in, you can just about see, I think that's a better position than that as it was. So, yep, I'm going to screw it in like that. Oh, those pesky squirrels again. If my translation's correct, he's telling us that we've removed the wheels and put some different ones on and lowered the rear suspension to hopefully gain a bit of stability. So, let's carry on. From run one, shall we say, or proper run one, we managed, me and Mark, to get 30 mile an hour out of it, which completely surprised us. So, as a last attempt to get a bit more, because we keep getting to 30 mile an hour, but I don't think we really got over that in any of our speed trials, apart from I think once with Mark's, one of Mark's cars. So, what I'm going to attempt to do this time is to take this Speed Passion Competition 3.0 that I got. So I've done that, I've shoehorned that in with the 19 turn pinion gear, and the ESC is a Hobby King X-Car 120 amp. So we'll see how we go with that. And I've ended up gluing these tyres on because they kept coming off. And the other thing I'm attempting to do, which looks a bit manky and horrible, but you won't see it, is I've created these two bits of epoxy putty, and what I am intending to do is I'm going to cut it and shape it. I think it's still got to go off a bit, still feels a bit squidgy, but anyway, what I'm going to do is fit that in there, and as you can see, quite a bit of cutting to do. And if all that works, I've already pre-drilled holes so that once I've got that to fit, I'll then drill in with a slight small-ish 2.5mm drill, and then just hold it in place with a 3mm self-tapper. Hello my friends, we're back in the workshop and we're carrying on working on my CW01 Luncherrari, and I'm going to try and make it into a Luncherrari dragster. So I've got some 40mm by 6mm by 100mm flat bar aluminium, and if you can see from the side on view, I've started to basically, let's try that one, replace this little beast here. So what I intend to do, hopefully, is, starting off with this one, is cut this piece out here, as you can possibly see from the pencil pen drawing line things, and like this one, file the stuff down until I can slide it in, and then we'll be drilling 2 holes and tapping them as I've done here with these two, and then start sorting out where to drill holes to hopefully mount this little beast. So I will get on for a bit, because I don't think you want to watch half an hour of me sawing this aluminium, so I'll be back shortly once I've cut the edge, cut this bit out. Okay, so quick update, I've got both sides on. I might tidy them up at some point, I'm not really too sure at this very moment, but now I've got to decide where this goes. It will go somewhere up there, I think, but we've got enough space to drill a few holes, so I think I'll continue. I'll put these on. I think it's going to need a brace across the middle here somewhere, so I might look at doing that, see what I've got lying round, and show you what's been happening in a few minutes. Okay guys, well, I'm getting there, but as you can possibly see, oops, let me take this off, I actually forgot about this metal bar, and I think I should actually leave that in to help with everything. So I've come up with this little design, which is the bit of cut off here, and hopefully that'll all trap it in. Just got one screw, because it should just really need to hold it in place, because the bars will keep them inside. So we just need to try and get it in. He says easier said than done, methinks. So that's that getting there. I've got holes to drill in there for this bit, so I'm going to have to drill them and thread them, and then think about some way of doing something with this. I'm not sure yet. So first things first is get these two finished, I think. So back to the drill press and start drilling some holes. Okay my friends, so this is what I initially came up with. As you can see, we've got a great big thick aluminium plate, 6mm by 40mm. I think each one of them's 100mm long to extend the wheelbase. And then I've ended up, if you can see, mounting the shocks right on the back. And it does lower it a bit, but the problem is now, even with my wheelie bar up as high as I can take it, upside down, it's rubbing along the floor as it goes. So admittedly, if I do a wheelie, or if the suspension pushes down, it raises it off a bit, but I think to make it even a bit lower, I don't know, I can just about get my middle finger underneath, like so. So what I'm going to try, and this might fail miserably, is stick two of these rods on that I've made up, so we're going to have no suspension other than the tyres. So I'll swap over and show you what that looks like. Okay folks, so here's what I've done so far. As you can see, after one of my comments, we've got a wing on the front. I know it's not going to do anything, but hey, you know me, anything for a laugh. So there's a front wing. And then if we come to the working end, as you can see, I've got, I think that's 100mm in total, including the bit that goes inside there. We've got a brace and some other braces on the back, and I put these braces on the side because once I've done these, the back part of the chassis was still flexing, so I thought, yeah, let's tighten all them up. So as you can see, both sides, we've got a brace in the middle just to hold these two bars together, and I've changed to these smaller diameter, I think these are off me frog, these ones, but they're bead locks, so hopefully they won't come off, and it means that we get a bit lower to the ground, and my wheelie bar is a couple of 3mm off the ground now. So that's what we're going to try first, and if that's successful, then I'm going to go and try these rear wheels. As you can see, quite a bit bigger, so hopefully once we've tried these ones, if they're a success and I don't destroy the car, then we'll try them, and that'll lift the wheelie bar off the ground even more. So I think the next thing to do is get it out on the runway. Car park, really. Well, unfortunately, I think the weather's beaten us for this year. We're getting close to Christmas, so I think we'll save the next speed run till sometime in the new year when it's a bit warmer and drier and hopefully sunny. So, thanks for watching. Bye!